Dear students, welcome you all back. This is Ms. V. Menaka Devi, Assistant Professor, Department of English from PPG College of Arts and Science. Today, we are going to discuss a very interesting story titled The Engine Trouble, written by R.K. Narayan. This story is not just about a machine, but about how something that appears to be lucky can actually turn into a big problem. So, while we go through the slides, try to understand not just the events but also the message behind them. Now, let us begin the story. The story is set in a place called Gaiety Land, which is a fairground full of games and entertainment. The narrator of this story is a common man, often called the talkative man. One day, he visits this fair and decides to try his luck by buying a ticket that cost only 8 annas. At this point, he is expecting a small and simple prize just like anyone else would. Now comes the surprising part. Instead of a small prize, the narrator wins a huge road engine. Students, imagine the situation. He paid a very small amount, but he has won a very large and heavy machine. At first, this seems like a matter of great luck, but very soon we will see how this luck becomes a problem. Now, the real problem starts. The narrator realizes that the road engine is extremely heavy, impossible to carry by himself, and he has no place to keep it. Also, the rule says that he must take the prize immediately. The people around him are watching and enjoying the situation, but no one is ready to help him. Now, the narrator starts thinking seriously. He tries to find ways to move the engine. He approaches different people for help, such as drivers and workers. But students, nothing comes easy, right? Everyone asks for money and the cost of moving the engine becomes very high. Now the situations become more difficult. The narrator realizes that although the engine is valuable, it is not useful for him. Instead of giving him happiness, the prize is giving him tension and trouble. He is now stuck with something he cannot use or manage. Now let us look at how society reacts. People gather around, laugh, and treat the narrator's situation as entertainment. No one seriously helps him. Students, this shows how people often enjoy others' problem instead of helping them. And now the narrator starts feeling mentally disturbed. He feels like he regrets for winning the prize, confusion about what to do, and stress because the problem is not getting solved. So the happiness of winning has completely changed into a worry. Now he somehow manages to place the engine somewhere temporarily, but this creates another problem. The engine blocks space and causes inconvenience to others. People starts complaining. So now the problem is not just his, and it is affecting others too. Now the situation becomes serious. More people get involved and the narrator is under pressure to remove the engine. But he still does not have a proper solution. The engine has now become a complete burden to him. At this point, he realizes that winning the prize was actually a mistake. He feels completely helpless and trapped. This is peak of the problem where he understands that what seemed like good luck has turned into a big trouble. Now, finally, the narrator finds a way to solve the problem. He manages to arrange for the engine to be taken away. This brings some relief to him. Now, the engine is no longer his responsibility. He feels relaxed and free. But students, notice something important. He did not gain anything from the prize. Instead, he only faced difficulties. Now let us understand the message. This story teaches us that not everything that looks valuable is useful. Luck without planning can create problems, and practical thinking is very important. So students, to conclude, a small action, buying a ticket, lead to a chain of problems. The narrator's fortune turned into a burden. This story reminds us to think carefully and understand the real value of things before considering them as lucky. So that's the complete explanation. Thank you, dear students.